How long we got?
No seconds.
Oh, I'll refrain from.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Doing well.
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Hello.
So yeah.
Don't wish you and me. Oh no, I do.
She didn't even give me like a 10-minute chance or anything. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Saturday. I hope you're all having a lovely time. If you're in the UK, you may have sunshine, you may have rain. We're supposed to have sunshine, but we've had rain.
What?
Oh, it's been sunny all day in Scotland.
It's raining here.
It's been amazing here all day. Sun
Yep.
shining.
It still is amazing.
I had short trousers on.
But it's getting dark very quickly soon.
How's everybody doing? Hello, everyone in chat. Hello, Jade. Sorry about your thumb. Hello, Strain. Hello, Strain. And about it.
That's all he's prepared to say hello to.
Yeah.
If there's anyone else there who's watching who doesn't want to talk,
Hi.
Disgust. We know you're there. Disgust.
Yeah. You don't have to speak.
Okay.
This is a safe
Andy,
place.
Andy might have had a few drinks, so we're just going to ignore
Don't call out
everything that he
lurkers. Lurkers are
says.
allowed to lurk.
We're warning chat as well. Okay, yes. Yes. It's British, Sonny. Drinks have been had. Hi, everybody.
Down there. Oh, up
No, I'm
there.
up here.
Hold on. No.
I'm here. Why am I pointing elsewhere? I'm here.
That way. That way. No, that way. Oh, I don't know. I give up. Either way.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware,
Um,
Andy's the only one here that's drunk this evening, despite appearances to the contrary.
Despite the fact that like Mark's always drinking.
I know, but I'm kind of like immune to it now. That's the thing.
Look at that lovely peach. That's my coffee cup, that is.
That's a
Ah.
nice.
Well, I've got a better one.
Oh, Andrew wins.
Oh yeah, that's yep.
I kind of wish we were playing D&D this evening now because of that.
We can
Nice.
just scrap it and play D&D if you want.
I got squash.
I just couldn't find a Mutants and Masterminds related beer. That was why.
I have a T-shirt that matches that beer.
Do you?
I have a Hobgoblin T-shirt because there was a time where you'd be able to save bottle tops. This is what they used to do. This was a promotion in the old days. You used to drink the beer, save the bottle tops as proof of purchase, and send in the bottle tops. And in return for whatever it was, they would send you a T-shirt.
I remember those days.
That's cool. Why don't we get kind of stuff like that anymore?
I wasn't
don't know.
alive during.
Yep. It was 1944 when I was sitting watching the Blitz. Very pretty.
The answer to
Apologies.
your question, Strain, we don't know. Troy doesn't appreciate channel.
I
No.
need to.
He
I
doesn't
need
have
to.
one.
I need to. I need to
Needs to
order
get
some.
one.
That's all. I need to. I'll do it. I'll rectify that right away. I mean,
It's okay because Andy bought a sweatshirt which you can only wear in the winter.
Yes.
Only when he's
No,
not
I
streaming.
dive over that.
where do we
Uh,
buy this lovely merchandise? By the way, where is it located?
On the magic merchandise button.
On the magic merch button.
You mean that one there?
Wow.
Stream Elements,
That's the one,
Infinite
yes.
Monkey
That's
Tales.
the one. If you click that, you check it out. You enter your checkbook details, and you can order whatever you want.
I'm
Wait a
doing
minute.
that
Checkbook
right away.
details.
How old are you, man?
Hey, look, when I signed up, I got I got sent a checkbook. It's a memorabilia thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I never used it. Before we get completely derailed, which I'm sure will happen tonight, and you want to do the calendar?
No, she
Okay,
doesn't.
we're not doing the calendar.
Wait, oh no, I've just made myself big on the screen. How have I done that? Hold on. Calendar.
That's still the May calendar.
Has anybody ordered a T-shirt from the
Right.
Monkey Tales?
Okay,
Somebody
guys,
has.
for the rest of this month.
I don't know who it was. Who was it?
Shh.
Was it?
Oh.
Was it Kadarish?
It might have been.
Who knows?
Sorry. Calendar.
Rest of this month. So tonight we have Mutants and Masterminds ran by the drunkard that is the IMT. On Monday, Goats of Salt. Goats.
Goats? The goats of salt? What's that?
Do you want another beer, Ange?
Custom D&D campaign that we've been running for the past few weeks on IMT. Goats of Salt.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, Ghosts of Saltmarsh is on Monday, and followed by the RPG IMT Club, which is Trail of Cthulhu.
At the moment.
Which will soon be Spire next,
Oh,
apparently. And then,
no,
we were doing that funny name. Yeah, that's the Incordia one.
Concordia.
Incordia. Yeah, then we're doing
Concordia.
Spire. Oh, whatever. Then Friday we have Blades in the Dark, followed by Saturday the 12th of June, the 2 sessions of Dungeons and Dragons, followed by Questions and Answers session, which is run by Joshy Washy Woo. And then on Friday, the weekend of Friday, the 18th and 19th, we've got a bit of a special weekend. We're running off schedule. We have Those Dark Places run by John Hicks on the Friday 18th of June, and we have Kelly from Dork Tales is joining us on that one.
Nice.
Even
So, yeah,
though it
it's just
does say those dark places on the calendar, but that might be because I've got the old calendar.
It says Those Dark Places.
What you said it was off. Look, I think the professional of this stream is
Friday the 18th of June
to
is
none,
Those Dark
and-
Places, followed
Oh,
by
yeah.
Saturday.
Right.
Yes.
But that's
with-
Saturday night.
run by
June,
Jonathan
isn't it?
Hicks.
Mastermind.
no, it
Yes.
isn't.
No.
That one's
and
wrong.
then on Saturday, you're looking at the wrong one. Shush now. Saturday the 19th of June, IMT is out getting drunk, and so Josie Washeroo is playing Hellboy for us as a one shot. So we're completely off the calendar that weekend, and then we fall back into the normal routine of that. So that's a weekend to look out for. I think there might be. I'd signed markup for Those Dark Places, but then I realised actually we played it, so we've got a few. I've got to fill those spaces this week on that one. So yeah, I've got to sort that out.
That's professionalism in action,
Listen,
right?
redacted.
If you just
Look
went
at
into
that.
the calendar and
Redacted.
pulled up the current one, it's up to date.
Ooh. Yeah. So if you go to join our Discord, you can go see that calendar live. It's a different colour. Don't ask.
Yeah, I blew up this computer, my one that I work on, and so we put something in it to make it work.
It's
And
still
so
very
we
technical, isn't it?
reinstalled some things onto it. So when I save things now, I think it's saving it slightly different, and it's making the colours a bit different. So blame the thing's fault for not working.
No, we're going to rebrand the whole IMT channel because Ange Blue.
Yes. That's my.
Um,
How do I
yeah.
stop myself from being big?
Um,
I'll DM you.
Tom Hanks make a movie about that. Just
I've done it.
As always,
You
guys,
know.
if you join our Discord, you can see the calendar, see what's coming up, get involved with what's coming up. If you head on over to our YouTube, best place to catch up on anything that you've missed. All the episodes of Mastermind, Blades in the Dark, and all the D&D
Cthulhu,
and
Trail of
non-IMT is
Cthulhu.
there. We've got all the one-shots. Go check it out. Honestly, there's some really good stuff on there. Some really good moments. Head on over there. Check it out. Give us a like on the videos if you can, guys. And yeah, please subscribe if you're not already. Help. But you're here tonight on Mutants and Masterminds.
We are.
Yes.
let's go.
So yeah, unless anyone's got any more notice, we'll dive straight.
Yes.
So, last time you had infiltrated a bank with a key that you had acquired from a stranger that was up for the protection of the doctor that you sent to look after who died. He gave you a key. You managed to crypt where the key was. Upon using this key in the bank, you were able to hire a USB drive and a syringe full of a random and you were outside and you what you now believe
Margaret.
a clone of Margaret.
Mm.
And done again, you half filled out applications for a safety deposit box. You guys all left, having retrieved the items. Mysterious stuff went down, and you headed back to Angie's home. Regroup. You are expected to be at Southwark Cathedral about an hour's time. Meet your handler. So that is where we will place where you essentially you've all just arrived back at funeral parlour. Amigon.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called. I was thinking it was some weird thing you were saying, but yeah. Amigon.
Maestro's just gonna walk in and put the kettle on.
Yes.
I'm gonna catch up with check that all the bodies aren't stacking up in the back and they're in the freezers and then I am going to sort of turn around to everyone and say, so Margaret. Hold on, did I tell you about Margaret? There's more than one Margaret.
Probably in the car on the way back or something.
Yeah.
You mention it when. But
Safe to be about you did have that conversation.
Yeah, I thought I did. That's what I was saying.
I
So the
prefer-
question it asks is how many others of us is there about? Because there could be.
Of us?
You mean unregistered mutants?
No, like Margaret.
Well, from what you were saying, Margaret was made when a non-mutant was given chemicals to turn them into a mutant, which caused them to split into multiple clones.
But also, Margaret knows that there is another Margaret.
many Margarets.
No,
But we
unless-
don't know.
Yeah,
They're aware of the existence of the other Margarets, right? It's just they're not in contact, except for the one that precedes them.
That's what we were told.
if
By
you've had some wild childhood and you've had chemicals pumped into you that may or may not have caused you to create a clone, I think you're in the clear.
chemicals, well, maybe, but I think that was more by choice, really, than for any other reason.
Anyway, speaking of chemicals, is that syringe safe? Galvan.
And yeah, I mean, how is that packaged? That
Um,
thing. I mean,
So the syringe is it's not ever seen hospital may have been kind of like a really high tech syringe. Looks more like
Trekkie ones that you just
Yeah,
kind
it
of
looks-
press
yeah,
the button and it goes through the skin
yeah
with that needle.
yeah. So there's no needle. Yeah, it's more like an EpiPen. But you can see through this glass there is a clear, bright blue liquid.
Blue liquid.
And when you look at it, you could almost say that it's kind of glowing.
Oh, have we noticed any difference in this since we picked it up? Or has it always done that?
Is it
It's blue
Yeah.
and it glows.
very faint glow? It's almost luminescent, and it kind of pulls in a bit of light and kind of reanimates back out.
If I was a betting man, I'd say that this is similar to what the Doctor had used to give himself and Margaret their powers.
Yeah, seems logical.
Well, it's no wonder that our friends at Kinetics would like to get hold of this, and it's probably better that it doesn't. Where are we taking it now? Who was it that we were going to give it to? Was it our friendly handler?
Alex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is he anyway? He always shows up like a bad penny when he's not.
Yep. The church that we're heading to in a bit. Thought we'd get back here, get our heads together. have a drink, clear our minds, and then head to this church and try and get some answers out of these tight-lipped so-and-sos.
Could we
Sounds good.
take a sample of that blue liquid?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Looking at the syringe, it's very well protected. I feel like the only way to expel the liquid is to literally press the button at the top.
Right.
It looks like there's some sort of safety mechanism. You can't forcibly get this out or anything. You have to destroy the syringe.
So it basically comes out in like a measured dose as well, right? You press the button, right?
So the moment you press that, you would probably know, Doc. You've probably seen these sort of really advanced medical syringes. They are designed so that the moment you press the button, will force all the liquid out. There is no, can't just bit out of it.
Oh, did Alex actually ask us to bring the stuff in the safe to him, or was it just we told him where we were going?
You told Alex about the key and where you thought it was, and he basically said, "Go check it out and then meet him at the cathedral later on in the."
Yeah, so he has no idea what's in
He has
that box
no idea
either.
what's
That
in
was
that
it,
box,
right?
no.
So he wouldn't know whether we'd given him everything from it, or right. But there's probably
Suppose
not
we
much
could
point as
hold-
hanging on to it, is there? Is there
Yeah,
much point? Or
Well, it depends. 'Cause it depends what it is. Because no matter, I mean, I know obviously they're helping us, but they don't know what's in it, and if they test it on somebody, because they can't, it's got to be used through like the syringe. They don't know what it's going to happen. So
Well,
if they're going to
presumably they can destroy the syringe to get the liquid out to be able to then test on it. But I don't think we'd be able to take a sample ourselves and then give the rest to them to do our own tests. If we keep a hold of it, what are we going to do with it? We're just going to be keeping it away from all parties, but who's to say that Kinetics doesn't already have more of this if they were creating it?
I don't
through
suppose
these
any of us
experiments?
happen to know anybody that owns a chemistry lab somewhere.
Anyway, if they have that person Avocado there, then that's going to be a bit different as well. With his mental powers, he's just going to get whatever he wants from our minds, right?
if he knows what he's
Potentially.
asking.
I'm a maestro. I don't see what we're going to gain by hanging on to this. We can't sell it. We don't know what it does. We can't give it to somebody, and and Kinetics don't have it. So that seems to be the best route of all, I think.
Didn't we get a USB as well?
Yeah.
You did
Yeah, we
acquire
did.
a USB.
Can we look at that?
Yeah, I'd like to look at USB and the notebook to see if there's any reference.
Yeah, just be careful in case it's protected. Use a computer that's off the network.
Yeah.
USB is a silver-lit USB. There's no writing on. It's literally a very blank. Nothing you can gain from just.
Well, we've got a secure computer, haven't we, at the funeral parlour?
Yes. Angie's funeral parlour does have a secure computer
So we can just basically unplug it from the internet.
In the secret room.
in the secret room. Yeah.
So I'd suggest, well, maybe we should look at the USB before making a decision.
Sounds like a good plan. I'll get the coffees done.
Maybe they'll have encrypted it, but
Maestro, I've upgraded the coffee machine.
if
We just pour the
It's-
kettle on instant coffee.
I've got one of those funky cappuccino making machines now just for you all.
You said there was a notebook that was with the USB and the
No,
syringe.
you
Well,
have
it's the
no-
original
No,
notebook.
just the original one, right? Okay. I'm just thinking if the driver's encrypted, the password might be in there somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might all be connected.
But then again,
Guess let's plug it in and find out then.
yeah.
From what you said about the trouble that you had in the security room, I don't fancy trying to decipher any more passwords from that book.
Nah.
Just take a sip of coffee.
So, are you going to plug it into?
Yes.
We're going to make sure it's disconnected from the internet before we do, I think.
And-
Just in case there's something in it which kind of...
On a virtual box or something such that, because we're tech-minded like that.
I'm
And
going to climb under the desk in the massive wires because my management is not a good thing. To find the internet cable.
Plug it at the wall.
Who's the
Oh,
tech?
okay.
Just, yeah.
I think Redline was the techie one.
So yeah, you easily disconnect your safe computer. Kind of, you do know you have it all set up. So, you took your plug in this USB. So goes blank. And
You bought this from
killed it.
PC World, didn't you?
after about 5 seconds, little box appears on one of the monitors. I'm going to assume more than one monitor.
That's a wall
Yeah,
of monitors.
yeah, there's a couple of monitors.
Just as you would, in a
Yeah.
funeral home.
It's a NES monitor. It's a NES. It's a NES. Look at it. It's great.
And on the main monitor, there is a box that just says password.
Oh.
Oh, you.
We get the handout over.
Everyone go to the handouts.
Let's just put this away. Forget we've ever seen it. Let somebody else worry about it.
So this
Yeah, I have a
was
feeling that we don't
Thomas
have any.
Booth's USB, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, this
Yeah,
was
I don't-
Thomas's booth. As you know,
Okay, let's
this
have a look.
was his-
Process of elimination is that we've used quite a few of these things on this note thing.
It doesn't mean he's not going to reuse a password.
Yeah, exactly.
Who would do a thing like that?
Yeah, I wonder.
The fact that there's no like hint or anything
Nah.
suggests that it's gonna just be either we'll try a bunch and lock ourselves out,
Or destroy
or
the drive,
you know,
maybe.
or we'll destroy the drive. Yeah, so it might just be safer to not even try and hand it over to our guys who might have a code breaker who might be able to deal with it.
That sounds good.
Would we, if we try once,
Let's try once.
like maybe
Yeah,
give us
let's-
a hint?
Let's look at the notebook and think about trying it.
The question being,
once.
if this was a drive with super secure information, it could just be that's one chance that you get it wrong and you're out.
Yeah, but how many people would have actually been able to get into the safe deposit box? Because they needed the key and the password.
True, but this guy did give the key to another person. The amount of redundancies he's gone down before the drive.
maybe we could- Maybe we could speak to Margaret. She might know. She worked for the professor.
Yeah, didn't you get a number?
You damned you.
I did. So I can. But the Margaret I spoke to was Margaret number
11.
Or something, was it? Was it 7?
11.
11.
11.
I should have remembered that.
We should have. We need.
7.
We need a thing for that.
Yeah, as far as you know, it's Margaret number 11, which, as from what she told you, she isn't the Margaret at the moment. She's still taking orders from above.
What number was Margaret that died?
6, if I believe.
Yeah, she
Yes.
was.
Like
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was 6.
So Margaret number 6 is the
7.
one that would know the password.
No, 6 is dead. 7
Seven's the
one
is
who's
the
just-
one that's now in charge.
I knew there was a 7 in there somewhere.
Oh, she
Or
hinted.
11, who's just waiting around for 8, 9, 10, and 11 to die.
No,
Yeah, but
we're on.
as she
Yeah.
told you though, she still gets orders from Margaret 10 that are passed down the line, and either those orders are to pass down further or for her to fulfill her.
Did you know Margaret?
It was his daughter, wasn't it?
The original Margaret is in
Isn't
America.
it? Yeah.
The-
She's
yeah, the-
alive.
And,
well.
and she's about 20 years old or something.
Well, I can ring Margaret
That's
anyway. Just say, well, no, because she's got no way of talking to the other Margarets apparently.
Yeah, but no, she said that she can possibly pass on a message through. The
Only if
line?
the other Margaret contacted her.
Yes, but she could pass on the message through line because she also hinted that the professor might still be alive because I've not had word that he died.
Okay. I
Yeah.
get my
So-
phone out and go beep 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 beep.
Get Madge on the line.
It's ringing.
Hello?
Margaret,
Yes?
Please leave a message after the beep.
it's the lady you met today in the car.
You're ringing already?
Yes.
I only
yes.
gave you this number literally less than an hour ago.
I
I'm
know.
still in
I know.
London.
I know.
I said
know.
emergencies.
It is an emergency.
Is it?
We have a USB that belonged to Thomas.
You know, it belonged to Thomas.
It was in his security box, which we got a key off a guy in a field from in a caravan. Anyway, we need the password.
Right.
So that we can foil the dastardly plan of Kinetics.
Well, I don't mean to burst your bubble. You know, there was a secret box. USB. So, did they know the password?
Can you find out? That'd be lovely. Get back to me. You have a number. It'll be stored on your phone.
They take time.
We haven't got time. Kinetics are going to try and kill everybody.
What?
I think.
What do you mean they're going to try and kill everybody?
Isn't that what they're doing?
That
It's
escalated
a dire
quickly.
emergency, and they're going to make bad things happen. So, call you the Margaret hotline.
I told you. It doesn't work like that. I'd have to wait for the Margaret in front of me to ring me.
You're going to have to find a way. Is it a dire
It's not as
dire
easy
emergency?
as that.
Well, I'm sure you'll find a way.
What?
Maybe you could drive somewhere to see somebody. I'll give you a lift.
I can only contact the Margarets beneath me. That's how the plan works.
Maybe they know.
No, if they knew, I would know. They'd know what I know. Unless.
Unless what?
No, or less.
Oh, right.
There's a bad line. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I said or less.
Okay. Thought you said unless. I thought you were going
No.
to drop a big hint.
No, or less. Sorry. Hello?
Hello, Margaret.
Yes. Yes, it's
I
Margaret.
need you to find it. Yes. Maybe the password's Margaret.
Sure, why not?
Try Margaret.
You want me to try Margaret?
No, I was pointing at the others and telling them to try Margaret.
Oh, how would I
don't
know
think
that?
That's a good idea.
I'm just face palming in the corner.
Yep.
Anyway, I'll leave it with you. Give us a bell back when you spoke to Margaret, the next one, and tell her it's up. Press the alarm button.
What alarm button?
I don't know, you must have one. There must be an emergency alarm button at some point for you all to convene when really things get really bad like they're about to.
What? Not some sort of group of Avengers or anything.
I've just got visions of her pushing the panic button around her neck.
You're that panic button you have. that you
don't
carry
have-
around your neck in case you
Gotta
fall
check
over.
the hospital.
I told you there's no way to contact the Margarets above me. They contact me.
It's not very sisterly, is it?
Action.
Anyway, we need the password, so I'll leave it with you. You get back to me ASAP. Okay, thank you. Try your best.
Bye.
Wonderful, bye.
Well,
Glad
it sounded like it
about
went quite well.
She doesn't know it.
Well,
I think Margaret's a good thing, though, because it is his daughter.
I know, a wee bit obvious for top security. I reckon
Yeah.
that we might probably want to get it to our boffins in the
You're
railroad
telling
or
me
whatever
using
they're
your
called.
daughter's name as a password. It's really obvious.
Yeah.
It's a bit of
Yeah.
a shit
Oh.
password, to be honest.
And just
Not a
changing
good
her password
password.
after this game.
Yeah, she's just logging onto her bank right now.
Yes, pets,
Note to self.
family names, dates, they're all very common passwords. Right, let's
Oh, shit.
maybe let's hold on to this for now then.
So
Yeah.
you trying anything?
Well, I wanted to
No,
tie Margaret.
Don't try anything.
No.
We need to get those that know. If only we had Redline here, I'm sure she'd be able to sort
What
it out
about
for
this long number on the thing? 43711482986.
For all we know, that could be a contact number. That could be anything.
That could be a bank account number.
We
or
could try the word Lawrence. We could try the word of 9. It could be anything on this page. It's
Well,
impossible
yes.
to tell from just looking at a piece of paper.
Does
None
there-
of these could be anything to do with it.
Marble data. No, marble data. That's what we want. Data. Marble.
That was the name of Kinetics before it became Kinetics, wasn't it?
No, that's
That's
Lawrence
Lawrence
Industries.
Lawrence. Yeah.
I'm
I
just
don't- we
gonna
don't- we know what
securely
marble it is.
eject the drive.
Before
Um,
anybody does anything foolish.
as you
Can we call Redline?
She never gave you her number.
Oh,
As you remove this pen drive, can't help but notice the PC doesn't. Still waiting for the password.
oh bugger.
Press that flashing button and it might reset it.
Yes, that magic flashing button on the top.
No.
If you do that? Do you?
Turn it off and turn it on again.
Yep.
Well, the pen drive's been removed. I
Yeah.
suppose you could always try a password now. What's the
It's
worst
what
that can
Redline would do, being
What-
technical.
What are we doing?
What if we need to try a password, because I'm assuming that the data's been transferred, so the PC's gonna stay like that. So what?
Whatever
Password
we
to
do,
try.
I'm going to use a hero point so it works.
That's not how they work.
Use extra effort just to will it work?
I'm going
Um,
to use a hero point, and I've got technology 7. If that's not a lot, is it?
That's not bad, is it?
Can I?
Um,
Hmm.
I'm going to
Technology
press
six.
Control Alt Delete and pull up Task Manager.
you press on the keyboard and nothing happens. Still waiting.
Is there?
Technology 7's pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got
Technology
6.
7.
You say that
You're all
the pen
surprised by
drive?
that, aren't you?
The pen drive itself, is it completely just silver?
It's completely silver.
Is there any? There's no marks or anything on it. Is it completely clean, unmarked?
Absolutely unmarked. The only fingerprints you can see on it. I'm going to assume.
Well,
Does anyone have a backlight?
that CX7349, I reckon that's a room code, because we have them where you press the C, clear everything, and then you type in your number. So that'd be my guess on that one. But that big long number at the top, that's not a phone number,
Not a phone number.
unless it's an international code.
No.
44
I
is
don't know
the
which one's
UK,
used.
right? What's 43?
I'm going to get my phone and put those numbers in
Could
Google.
Could I have a
Or
look
any
through-
other platform for finding information on the internet.
Yeah, if you're using your phone, you can literally just go on Google. Any information that you search on that, you can.
I'm
That is
searching-
what your character would.
Well,
I have a look in the journal and see if I can locate anything
Oh.
related to either the USB or to the syringe.
4, 3.
Austria.
What skill would you say you're?
I guess investigation.
Roll me your.
23.
You spend a few minutes, go through the book and everything. Genuinely cannot relate to it. No mention in the book that you can find about any or any blue glowy liquid, and there's no mention.
I hold the USB near the syringe to see if anything shows up from the blue glow.
Yes, you can do that. The
Nothing
USB
shows up on the number.
I'm out of ideas. I'm gonna drink my coffee and be quiet.
See, the problem is we hand this stuff over to Alex. He's not going to tell us anything, is he?
No,
He-
that's my thinking. Anything you find out,
It's
they
kind of
ain't gonna
they're kind of keeping us in the dark about a lot of stuff anyway.
Yeah, we do all the risk, and they
I
tell
mean,
us nothing.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense. But
No.
I don't know, just not knowing what it is.
Well, maybe we should think. Maybe we should park this for now and think about what we want to ask them when we go to the church later.
Yeah.
What are we going to ask them? We're going to ask. For example,
I'm assuming that Alex won't know.
well, apparently more people are going to be there who will answer our questions. So I believe.
It's a party.
I mean, I'm just figuring that maybe that somebody's going to have to analyze this thing, so we might not have an answer straight away as to what it is, what is in the syringe.
I think we can get away with not taking it with us now because obviously you say we're meeting people. We don't know what people we're meeting, so we can get away with not, handing over a dodgy syringe. So we can always.
I still think we hand over
little while.
everything we have. The fact that we cannot get into it, us holding on to it.
Yeah.
We aren't computer experts. We aren't
Yeah.
chemical engineers. We're just going to do more harm than good if we try to do anything with this, do something wrong and break it.
Yeah,
We hand
it's
it over
useless
to
to
these
us.
people. If we don't get given the information afterwards, that's because it's not relevant to us or to our mission that we are given. I think the best thing for us to think of is, what do we want to ask these people? Do we want to ask, can we be given more information now that we are sharing important things? Do we want to ask who that angel person was who saved us during the incident on the motorway? Do we want to ask who is running this organization? Of course, we won't get told that, but we can ask. There are things that we should be thinking about what we want to ask now we've been given this olive branch of information.
Oh, we can ask them if we've got any more daring raids that they'd like us to do as well, because that's quite exciting too. And anything to get out of the financial sector of this fine city.
Yes. Could ask them if they have any teams that are competent and stay on mission.
Okay, can we
Oh, I
write
thought we
that
did
down
very
again?
well.
So what we asking?
Well,
Well,
that's what we're going to decide what we want to ask these people. Right.
We should ask them what they want us to do next, because that last job was pretty tedious.
Not all jobs are high octane action, you know that, right? We're fighting a secret war. Emphasis on the secret part.
Oh, well, they could still give us something that was a little bit more up our particular set of skills.
Yeah, but
They could have got anybody to walk into a bank.
with the information they've given us, this is all we can do. This is all we know. We don't know any more to be able to do any more.
They're not going to give us high stake, high risk jobs when really you've performed 2-3 jobs for them now. You're still earning their trust. The fact that they're allowing to answer questions today is big, and they might start giving you more, important, difficult jobs that will utilize your skills more.
They still might not answer the questions. We can ask, but they still might not answer. If it's a big group, we don't know. We don't know what we're walking into.
Why don't we just get there and actually, just hang out with them for a bit? Maybe invite them for a barbecue, or I don't know, a plane journey. Whatever. Let's see what happens. We're not going to get anywhere just staring at this stuff. We might as well put it in front of them and see what their reactions are.
So before we leave, does anyone want to try a password?
I only think I agree with Ange about Margaret, or actually trying to use Marble because it says Marble data, but that's just. I do want to try a password.
Or that number.
Just gesture at the keyboard.
That's a phone number. That's in Austria. That phone number, for some reason.
Did we try switching my computer on and off again?
Not yet.
I've lost Mr. Booth's note.
Knock yourself out, Doc. I'll keep a hold of the syringe and USB.
I don't know what to do. Oh, I need my computer back. I need to run my business.
It's your secret computer.
You run your business from your secret computer.
Yes.
The only one she
I
has.
have to do my taxes somewhere.
What she done?
I thought you were supposed to be a technical whiz.
I am, so whatever password we put in, I'm going to use technology and hero points on it.
What's your hero points going to do?
Make it work.
We can't change the outcome.
Can't edit the scene that it works. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, you know fun.
Not how that works.
What should we try?
I would have a look at Mr. Thomas's notes, but I've lost it. It's hidden somewhere.
It's actually right at the top there.
I've just
Thomas
Hey, oh
Booth's
yeah, I can
Booth's
see it.
You're on roll 20.
Yeah, I've not seen that either.
For chat, let me get that for chat.
I might just come out of roll 20 and come back in.
Here, look, guys. Look, this is Bouncing Brooklyn's latest on video on YouTube. Check it out. It's just quite funny. Nice. That's a good job. Look, watch this. I hand my phone over.
Who?
Remember?
As much as I want to, I do want to put
We
a
weren't here for
password
that
in,
episode.
but I'm a bit worried that I might blow up my computers. But now my computers.
Yeah, we don't. It doesn't matter about your computer because at the end of this episode, it just comes back to life anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was metagaming there.
Yeah, metagaming allowed. Yeah, at the end of every episode of Mutants and Masterminds, any possessions of that do get restored. You'd only lose your computer for this episode if.
What about Tempest Occultatum? Doesn't that mean hidden something?
Tempest is time, isn't it?
Or we could let the chat decide.
Who? What's a chat? What are you on about?
Yeah, what do you think they should do?
Yeah.
What are the right?
what
What are the options?
It's a password
Is
or
it
not?
Yeah, but
Is
which
it-
password?
the numbers 43711482986?
Are you going to try a password or not, guys? We have
Yeah,
to
we
be at
try-
the church.
Yeah, we
Come
want.
Yeah, we're going to try a password.
Go on
Just
then, try a password. Type it in now. I'll give you 5 seconds before I turn the computer off. 5, 4, 3,
Let's try
Step
marble.
away
Two.
from my computer.
1. If no one's typed the password, I turn the computer off.
No, you don't. It's my computer.
As you press the button, by the way, and you all see that he presses the button, it doesn't.
You
I hold it like
biter.
you're smothering somebody with a pillow. That's how you you're forced to turn a computer on.
So we've got the number, Marble, or Margaret. Anything else that we might want to try?
We know it's not these ones because we use those in. So I'm looking at this thing.
Which ones are
so
these ones?
No,
The Blue Jay, River Garden, Carrots and Milk. Didn't they use those? Did you use those in the bank?
Yes.
Is it likely that Gunn might actually know a little bit about this Thomas Booth and might actually be able to take an educated guess potentially at the password?
Oh.
I mean, I'm just
yeah,
just
no,
out of interest.
You have got history with it. Think what that role would be though.
yeah.
They would. It'd have to be insight.
Insight.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I make that then?
Yeah, if you want.
Only a 12.
Yeah, you think about it. You remember he was always very secret.
Yeah.
You know, he always like if he was on a laptop and you walked in, he'd lower the laptops.
So
Everything.
he was pretty security conscious, so
Yes.
it's not likely going to be something really obvious like Margaret, is it, with this guy?
You don't think it would be
Yeah.
so obvious. You know that Kinetics have a full family history of every person who was in there. You were checked out and everything. So if he had a daughter, you believe that Kinetics would very well be aware of that.
And not
so
allow.
It would be a bit. Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
Really sort of thing. of him.
Yeah, I'll make that known to the group.
Aye, come on. Chuckles over here's got it right. Let's get down to this church and get this rendezvous over with. Sooner we finish this job, the sooner we can get something more exciting the next time.
And we'll leave the computer as it is. He'll be here like that when we get back, right?
I'm gonna put the number in just before we leave.
Oh, do you put the top number in?
I was just going to say the same thing. Stop putting the marble in.
Oh.
I tell you what, I'm going to be really easy on you guys. Yeah. So as the leave, Doc, your weepy widow, you're kind of sad. Oh, let's try it. You try the number, and it just comes up incorrect.
Bugger.
And you try marble, and it comes up incorrect. There's no other ping or anything. There's no other message. It just comes up incorrect.
Yeah, it's nothing to say. You have X amount of
Yep.
attempts left.
It says incorrect, and then prompts you for another attempt.
Oh well. We tried.
So in theory, we could literally just try every single one on this list.
It would
Yeah, I
take
think we
you
need
a
to get
bit
to
of
the
time if you
cathedral
wanted
with
to
him.
do that.
And we can always do it later, right?
Yep.
Let's just
Okay.
leave the
Your
computer as
possession.
it is. Yeah, well,
Are we giving them the USB? Yeah.
we're going to give
No,
them both
Maestro's
things.
got hold of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is
I
he
think the
gonna give it
intention
to
is
him?
we're handing it
Alex?
all over.
Buzzkill's got both things, yeah.
There's no point as hanging on
Are
to
we
them.
having
can't-
this conversation as we're driving?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
so-
Are we giving them everything?
That
I
sounds
would
good.
have thought so. I don't see any reason why we should hold on to them.
No. Okay. Oh, and we'll need to tell them about Margaret.
Fine. So you have a nice trip.
Yeah.
Takes you a bit while to get through traffic and everything.
I just want to have a quick conversation with Gem.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
Put it in the
go for
car. Hey, Gem, you know you went into that facility, that kinetics facility the other week?
Aye, the one with the kids in it.
Yeah. Did they say what happened to the kids afterwards? Did they say that kinetics were using them as employees?
Yeah, that's it. They're just wanting to institutionalize them and turn them into whatever. They didn't. Some of them got sent away when they were older to another place.
Right.
I presume that there was only the kids that were of a particular age when they hit 18, and off they went to wherever. And nobody that I spoke to there, none of the staff knew exactly where they were going. But yeah, they were being, and they were institutionalized. There were some people there who wouldn't have walked out an open door if you'd given it to them. And there was this one kid, and he was a little shit, and his name was Ben. And if I ever see him again, I'm going to teleport him in. I'm going to bathtub him into space.
Wow. Strong
He was just
feelings.
a harmless child.
Save Danny.
It wasn't a harmless child. That's what you've got to realise. That's what they're doing to those poor kids. I mean, he was probably an arsehole when he was born, but you know, they can't save them all. Anyway, why are you asking?
I was just thinking about that fella back at the bank. He was definitely one of you guys.
One of us guys.
One of us guys.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What'd you go on?
He had,
What'd
he had powers.
Wait, do you not have powers?
It's complicated.
Never thought to ask that before. Because
Well,
I've
we don't-
seen.
Look, anyway, the guy in there, he used some kind of mindfuck thing on me. A bit like Maestro here can do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
he disappeared.
Either he's a mutant, or he's had some treatment.
Kinetics are training up these people to work. Little lapdogs. Make sure that they toe the party line. Fantastic. What willing subjects you have, taking those poor children and turning them into your own weapons. Absolutely
Yeah.
despicable.
Yeah.
You have to consider they're not all mutants. would be against the idea of kinetics running things. Just because we can see them for what they are, not everybody can. And maybe some people think that the kinetics are the best way of keeping the dangerous mutants away from the streets, from the good mutants who just want to live a normal life.
Yeah,
And of course, that will happily work for somebody who will let them use their powers.
Yeah, well, they get to define what's normal, isn't that the problem? Nobody else gets a say in it, just because they happen to be.
I was more thinking that if he wasn't actually born that way,
Nah, you think that these injections that they're giving people are actually changing people to mutate them?
well, kinetics have got these people and they're experimenting on them, right?
Who knows what they're up to? The only way we'll find
Even
that out is
Booth,
by
even
helping.
Booth was doing it. Booth was up to it. He was working for kinetics at one point.
Aye. Don't like to think the levels of depravity that those guys would be willing to go to. That nothing's impossible. We shouldn't rule anything out, but we can't always be thinking about that. You know, we
Well-
don't have the knowledge that Avocado does, and Alex and all the others.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. You're probably right. But anyway,
Well,
Anyway.
let's see what we find out at this church, yeah?
yeah.
So you don't have any powers? And he kind of looks at, he just kind of says that, mutters it under his breath, and looks at Gunn.
Huh. Who's Avocado?
Avocado,
Avocat.
the guy with the red suit. Mind guy.
He seems to be one of the honchos for this organization we're kind of working for.
Oh, yes.
Bloody powerful.
Aye.
Yeah. I don't like him. I don't like people being in my head.
Nah.
That's what I do.
I'm about to say, isn't that what you do?
As you say this, you see the cathedral.
Are we in my funeral car?
Yes. Yeah.
It's quite fitting then, isn't it? We can double park and everything then.
Yeah, of course you can. And yeah, you pull
You
up.
need a badge for that or something.
Yeah, I've got body in transit sticker. There's a stick in the window.
Which one of us is the body? Time will tell.
Working.
Pull up outside. Cathedral.
I just think you're making a delivery stick.
Yeah.
Carry on. Sorry.
Gonna kill us.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You're there. You're in the car park of the cathedral. Everything
Yeah, well-
looks normal. It's a late Saturday afternoon. There's no other cars in the car park or anything.
Do we know explicitly which cathedral it is? Or
Yeah,
is it
you
just
would-
a cathedral?
No, you were told it's Southwark Cathedral of London. Google it. That is the cathedral.
Do you
Is
know
it
what room we're
legit?
meeting in, or are you just meeting in the
You were
main
just told to turn
hall?
up.
I guess they'll know when we arrive, right?
Very
It's
nice.
top-headed.
Wow.
So get out and look at the place, and like, yeah, not
Yeah,
bad, eh?
it's quite a large cathedral.
Ooh.
It's very fancy. I should have got a picture. I don't. Yeah.
It's right near that funny tower thing.
Can I feel how many people are inside?
Well, like I said, you're in the car park and there's no other cars around.
Can I sense
yeah.
how many people are inside?
Yeah. So you focus your power. You roll on this because this is fairly easy. You sense 4 people.
Okay. It seems to be quiet in there, guys. Just a handful of people.
Aye. Nothing blocking nothing blocking you. Is that what you're saying? In that building, there's no.
Doesn't seem to be.
It's better.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, maybe we're just early.
You are about 10 minutes before told to be there. You're early, but this, this is fairly Londonish area.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna sit here, or are we gonna head in?
All right, that's what I did.
Is it a nice day? Perhaps some benches we can sit down on. Or we go inside and sit in a
We should
pew.
probably go inside.
Just
Yeah,
like
Have a
it's
private
outside or like
conversation.
inside.
It's one of those things where we sit there outside for ages, then they're
James is
inside.
walking in. He's just
Yeah.
walking forward.
Make our way in.
Yeah, we're walking.
And walking. And there's no one obvious around. There's one or two people sat amongst the benches. That's it.
Does
We find
anybody?
Alex.
You look around, you don't see him anywhere. He's not stood there waving.
I
I
might try
go
and
up.
pick him out.
I go up, up to the side, light candle, light one of the little candles, nod my head, go up to the front, and then I'll sit down as if praying.
Maestro, you look at the two people. He is not either of them.
You said there was 4.
Or
Where
there's
are the
two
others?
that are in the main church, in the main hall that you're in now, and the two that are there aren't there. The other two people that you're sensing are behind, essentially like the
Vestry or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Someone will correct me, I'm sure.
I go up to Doc and I say, Doc, who was it that gave us this rendezvous point?
It was Alex.
Yeah. So we're not expecting any foul play, right?
We'd assume we're not expecting it, yes. But we are early. He might be prompt.
Huh. Are there any doors out to the vestries or anything that we can walk through that allow us to walk through into a different part of the cathedral?
Obviously. All the doors
It's all
are
just
kind of
open.
Yeah, the only open doors are the ones essentially into this main hall sort of thing.
Yeah.
All the other doors are shut. You'd have to go up to them and get them out, sort of thing. If you...
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just walk it while I'm in here. I'll walk up
Yeah.
to the doors and just try a couple of doors just to see what they do.
And all the doors that you try are open, and they lead into multiple corridors around the church. One of them leads out of the church, like a fire exit.
Well, I've got plenty of exits here if things do tend to go south. But let's just hang about, eh? See what happens.
I'll take a seat.
Yeah. Gunn's gonna go and wait outside the front door on the pretense of lighting a cigarette.
Okay. Yep.
Can I?
Just have a walk around the grounds a bit, see if you can see anybody you recognise. Sorry, carry on.
I was going to say, could I try and read each of the two people who I can't see? Can I try and read each of their minds, knowing full well that if it's Alex, I won't be able to?
If you're only light skinned, you could do that indeed.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I get that feedback that I know I get
Yep.
from Alex because of his bracelet.
Yeah. And you try and read the minds of these two people, only lightly, just to about next to them. And you get thoughts coming through. One of them is, "Oh, I forgot to put the wine out for tomorrow." And the other one is, "Rouge."
Okay. I'll just stay quiet and stay sitting then.
One thing you do realise, Maestro, is as you're reading this, one of the ones in the back is actually on their way in the main hall.
I'll just be aware of where he is in the room then without turning to look.
Yep. And a few seconds later, a vicar appears at the front of the church and everything, and he's just going about his daily duty.
I'm gonna have a look. Like, I know it might sound like a daft question, but did he have it written anywhere like what's event, like what's going on the day. Like, I don't know if some places have a list of like weddings and
Yeah.
whatever.
There's a notice board on the right hand side at the very front that has this week's upcoming events, and you can see there's a couple of weddings, ceremonies. Nothing you'd expect different from a church.
anything for this evening.
No, nothing on
Okay.
today.
Okay.
Is it suspiciously empty? The schedule.
Um,
I'm not there actually.
the
Sorry.
schedule,
I'm just-
yeah. That's
There's
We
an
are
organ
early.
there's an organ recital on the 7th of June.
Yeah, but we're in the past, Ange, in a different universe, so don't.
Yeah, they do the organ recitals on a Wednesday.
I guess we'll just wait for 10 minutes then.
As you're sat there, Ange, you're on the front row. You're not really paying attention, you're kind of looking down. And all of a sudden, you realise that there's... Your vision is bottoms of somebody's robe. And you look up and the vicar's stood there, right in front of you, smiling at you.
Reverend?
Hello, my... How can I help?
I was just having private prayers.
May the Lord...
God bless you. I was hoping for some divine intervention from Alex.
From who?
Archangel Alex.
Sorry? You okay, my child?
I'm fine, sorry. You caught me off guard.
If you need anything, I'll be near the confessional. And he gives you a strange look, and he tonders off.
That's worth a try.
And you're there about 5 minutes. Nobody else comes in or anything.
I'm gonna go to confessional.
Okay.
It might have a secret thing which makes me go down in the floor to the secret hideout underneath. Or not.
And you go over to the confessional. The vicar sees you heading to the confessional, and he kind of hop skips. And
It is a Christian church. I don't think they have confessionals in there, do they?
it does in this world.
Yeah. For purposes of this game,
For the purposes of this
you
game,
can still confession.
it
Okay.
does have a confessional.
What? Okay.
Chat, don't go and Google the church or anything. It has a confessional in my world. Yeah, and as you approach the confessional, you see the vicar quickly comes over, and he disappears behind a curtain, but you assume he's probably waiting for you inside.
Okay. I go in. And I wait for him to say the right words before I speak, obviously.
Oh God, damn! And he says the right words, and you're in this. You can just about see the silhouette of him on the other side of the wall. You wished.
I want to. I was pretty googly what to say.
So forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been X amount of days since my last confession.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 354 days since my last confession.
It is a long.
Very specific as well.
Guilt makes you count days.
May the Lord listen.
I killed somebody with a tombstone.
You did what?
I killed someone with a tombstone, and then I caused a pile-up on a motorway and caused numerous amounts of deaths and a stampede of people.
Let the judge remember, Andy. Let her listen and forgive.
Did you mean to do that?
Yes!
Do you... Ooh. Forgive me.
You didn't do it. I don't need to forgive you. You need to forgive me.
Are you seeking forgiveness?
Yes.
Well,
I feel a bit guilty.
the road to forgiveness begins at you admitting you've done. I can only suggest you seek the forgiveness of the Lord. You should hand yourself in.
Oh, that's not going to happen. But I thought by telling you that was admitting it.
It doesn't quite work that way, child. I can only imagine you had good reason to do what you have done.
It's...
It was an act of petty vengeance.
Yes. Yeah. I
would remind you that the Lord will forgive all for those who ask of it.
That's why I'm here.
But you have yet confessed the authority what you have
I'm not
done.
bothered about the authorities forgiving me, just God.
God will forgive you if you do what is right.
I'm saving lots of mutants.
I'm sorry?
I'm fucking on mute.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you say that
Doesn't
again?
matter. God be with you, and I'll do me penance and all the rest of it, and then I'm gonna leave the booth and go over to my show and ask him to brain blast the vicar so he forgets everything that I've just said.
I'm sorry. What? Did you just tell him everything?
Well, yeah, I thought he was like a secret agent of Alex's.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I am. I was confessing. So can you just blind blast him quickly?
No. Maybe you should get arrested and go to jail and get out of this mess.
Wait, if I go
all you
down,
do is
you're all
stir up
going.
trouble.
If I go down, we're all going down.
Now remember, if you go down, you will become a vegetable based on what Avocard did to us.
And as you're having this conversation, at the back doors church, you see Alec walking down the aisle.
I'm gonna get up and walk over to him quickly.
Ah, we're here on
Alex,
time.
please tell me Avocard's with you.
No? How would he be here?
Oh, we got a situation since Widow just confessed every crime she's done and how she's helping our people to the good Reverend over there, who seems to be a bit shell-shocked and confused and quite pale.
Fine, you can't tell anybody.
So we're in a predicament, whereas I can attempt to wipe his mind, but I could completely blank him if it goes wrong.
I just asked you to meet me here.
Yes, I'm quite aware, and I'm as
All you
annoyed
had
as you
to
are.
do was wait.
I thought he was a secret agent, and we had to speak to him so we could go through the floor into a secret base.
Why would you think that?
because it's in another universe that has secret floors and
Is that
because I do things off the cuff.
an obvious thing?
Yes.
So Alex, do I wipe his mind or do I leave him be?
No.
He can't tell anybody. It's a confessional booth.
Just I'll go sit on the front pew.
That's where it all starts. You come and
Please.
ask if you want anything.
I'll try and keep track of him in case he leaves the building.
Don't worry about him. Don't worry. Just let's sit down.
Did you see Gunn on the way in? I think he was having a smoke.
No, I came through the back.
I'll go and get him then.
Hurry up.
I'll go outside and find Gunn and wave him in.
Fucking hell, can't he use the front door?
It's Alex, of course he can't.
Over to
What coat is he wearing today, Andy?
He's wearing he's still wearing the same that you saw him that morning. He's wearing a short and black coat.
I'm disappointed.
I look over the weeping widow and I say, what did he get? What did he get knickers in the knock for this time? Pointing over at Maestro.
He's such a prick. I thought the vicar was a secret agent. But also, I did confess my sins because that's what church is for.
I think it is. I wouldn't worry about it. I think it'll be fine. Didn't worry about Maestro. It's got an analytical mind. We pay good money for folk like that in the city. We put them into futures and they make quite a lot because they can see ahead. But aye, we'll see what Alex has got to say. Alex, how you doing, pal?
Hello again. Not got up into any trouble since at this point.
Not me, no. I've just been hanging out.
I met Margaret.
Who? Wait, the woman that died in mansion?
She's not
Yes.
dead. There's 11 of them.
20 of them.
What?
20
Well,
of
there
them.
was 20 of
Yeah.
them created.
Are we safe to talk here, by the way, Alex? Have you chosen this place and made sure it's secure?
Probably not best to mention something like that just yet.
Well, you asked us what we've been up to, so you didn't tell us it wasn't secure. I assumed you would be secure.
I was thinking about your day to day.
I haven't had time to do anything else.
We went to the bank and we picked up a package, and then we came here. Nothing too dramatic happened.
So nothing
We met a
I
friend,
need to take
apparently.
care of already.
Not
Not that I
today.
think of. Not today. Other than our vicar friend.
Can you implant senses of humour in people? Just asking.
I saw
Sense of-
I'm joking, Alex. Don't worry about it.
You might think about getting one yourself.
Right. Oh, I get it. You're implying I'm not funny.
No.
Right.
Yes.
me.
No, you're not
Ah.
putting. Yes, he's implying it.
Right. Sit down.
We are.
Take a
And
pew,
he
you might
he
say.
dictates you all to basically sit on this front pew.
Arms folded, fingers on
Yeah.
lips.
It feels a bit like
I'm sitting like that with mouth open, waiting for bread to be placed. in my mouth.
And yeah, you're all sat on the front pew. He's kind of sat himself right in the middle of you all.
Oh.
Right. Just relax for a moment, will you?
I've been trying.
Yeah, we're not helping.
Not my ideal music. How long's that organist going to be playing for? You know how much they charge? They're not cheap in London, I'll tell you that much.
I think it's a recording, Em?
Is it recording? Because apparently there's on the notice board there's an application looking for a new organist.
Oh, see, that's the problem with the church. It's a failing organisation. They can't even fund an organist anymore. It's terrible. Anyway,
And as you're sat there, the vicar comes back heading towards you. And as he walks past you, Weeping Widow, he gives you a very funny look. And he makes his way directly to Sam. To Alex, sorry.
Say, who's Sam?
He's a fireman.
He makes his way to Alex. How are we today, my child?
Tell him anything.
And he lifts up his head. You see Alex look straight at him. All is well. It would be nice for us to hear something. Maybe hymn 468 on the organ? And the vicar nods, walks away.
I told you he was something. See?
Are you alright, Weeping Widow? I suggest you all keep very still.
We gonna go on the floor?
And the vicar disappears through a door. And I'd like you all to roll me a quick perception.
Are there still other people?
In the church.
Ooh.
Doc, Maestro, Gun, and Gem. You sense, and you quickly look over his shoulder at the other people that were in there. They get up and walk out.
The Avocado's been here before us, I see.
And all of a sudden, you hear this loud click, and the pew that you're sat on starts lowering down.
I give Weeping Widow an elbow.
I clutch onto the seat.
Turn around to Maestro and go, see? I bloody told you.
I'm just glad that we're not. Him 468 wasn't mourning as broken. I always crack up when you get to the purple-headed mountain bit.
And
Anyway, we probably don't know that here, Mark.
And as it lowers, you see the door above you, the only light that's on you, closes, and you are plunged to darkness.
I get my phone out and turn the light on.
And as you do this, you are slowly descending through a wall of stone. That's all you can see surrounding you. Stone. Shined it up, you sort of contraption hatches.
Yeah.
And
Oh, this is good.
that is where we'll take a break.
Descending into the Templars' caves underneath
Yeah.
the cathedral.
Oh.
So
There's
excited!
always me on this kind of get up, and yet they still only lend us a fucking ice cream van to drive around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you think the money went?
That's a
Spend
good
all the money
point.
on this.
This just is it. It just goes down. It's like a little room down at the bottom, empty.
There's the portal in the corner.
It just takes you for a ride down and then back up again.
At the bottom, there'll just be a screen projector, just like, welcome.
It's Super 8 as well, so
Soon, under a cathedral near you.
So, we're going to have a quick 10-minute break, guys. Go get yourselves a drink, go get yourselves refreshed. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the possible, as long as it's not ridiculously delayed by pointless questions, end of part 3 of this episode. We'll be back shortly. See you in a moment. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, we're back.
That just reminded me of a joke actually, but I can't
Yeah,
say
you
it.
can't say that
Can't
joke.
say
Mark.
now.
No.
You'll have to put it
You
in the
can't
notes.
tell anyone what we were talking about either. It's wrong.
It was. No wrong.
We-
Hi. We're back. Hope you've all got your teas and crumpets, jams and scones,
Had one of them today.
baguettes and
He needs
Fromage.
Boisson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Croissant. Anyone put
Um,
croissant?
Got some water.
Got some
um,
juice.
Du pain, du vin, du boisson.
we'll see.
Oh. Wait.
We're sorry.
Welcome back. We're gonna go straight back in. We have no announcement or anything else to discuss.
And we're not sponsored by Boisson at all.
Nor are we sponsored by Croissant.
No.
No, Boisson.
No,
is a
Boisson
cheese.
or
And
Boisson
Croissant's a bread.
or
Does
Croissant.
anyone know what Croy's doing right now?
He's sewing. I think he
He's in the
harmed
wheelchair.
himself. He harmed himself during the break. He's now stitching himself back together.
broke a curtain and I'm fixing it quickly before my wife finds out.
He's needling and threading as we
Yeah.
speak.
Darn it.
If you wish to catch the stream of Croy sewing up a curtain, he'll be on his channel. He'll be doing it in VR, so he may stab himself a few times. Go check him out.
That's a new level that we've just reached. Is somebody sewing mid-game?
Yeah.
See, well, the thing is with that, that's not breaking Twitch terms of service.
Yeah, not yet. It is. Give it a few more weeks. When it catches on, it'll be banned. So yeah, we're in it before it's cool.
I'm almost done.
That's just classic. What are you doing? I'm sewing.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So we
and
thought
you-
he was
if
going to
you-
say.
If you're a GM or DM out there, you've had this situation come across you where one of your members has started needling and threading during your game. Come join our Discord and tell us about it. We'd like to. We'd love to hear your stories.
I'm done.
Yeah. Curtains for you, old boy.
Well, I'll be my
If
guess.
Ash, if Ash finds out,
Oh, Ash in chat.
I've pulled myself together.
That's
Oh.
knitting, Andy, not sewing.
Oh, it's all the same.
yeah.
Right.
If he was knitting some new curtains, I think she'd notice.
Right, let's try and pull this together for the last.
We may have gone a little bit off track,
Not like us
but
at
we
all, is it?
we digress.
Right.
All on rails from here on.
Back from the break. Pick up a sip of your brew. We're on this piece. Stops. Probably about 30-40 seconds you were travelling down, and it was lower in it. Quite big. You reckon again with your light that you're quite a bit underground, probably about 4 or 5 stories. When this
I have
pew,
no signal down here.
your signal does drop. And the pew comes to a low hold. And suddenly light fills the area you're in, and you descend into this small room. And all that's in this room. And Alex jumps up off the pew as it stops, says, "Right, follow me. Questions in a moment."
I turn around to Maestro and go,
I just ignore you and follow Alex.
Yeah, we'll follow.
Yep.
And as you all leave this pew, behind you it starts to rise back up again, and you're left with a. He leads you through this door, and you're in some sort of tunnel, and there's a car waiting.
I gotta admit, I
Which-
didn't expect that.
It kind of it literally catches you all off ground. You're all like, you're underground, this tunnel's really dark, and there's a car, and Alex jumps in on the driver's seat and gestures for all to get in.
I'll get in the
Okay.
passenger seat.
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
get in
get,
the back.
get in the back.
The cool shotgun.
And get in. starts driving. And it's just probably about 2-3 minutes sat in this car driving to a cave. The ground is flat. You're not bumpy or anything. Smoother than any road you've probably ever.
I kind of feel I have to ask because Pangolin's not here, but did you reverse all the way down here?
Good question.
I mean, was there a way to turn around back there? I didn't notice. I just thought you'd reversed all the way down this tunnel.
But there was turning soon.
You've just added that in now, haven't you?
Yes.
Carry on.
And you're driving. There's no radio or anything. It's in pretty much silence. Look out at the windows. You only see the tunnel lit up in front by the car's head.
I actually do ask the question, and you could only afford an ice cream truck for us.
We have money.
You could
Priorities.
spend some money on some CDs for this drive. Maybe some nice classical, some
Nice.
Debussy maybe.
Nice to know where we stand. Great.
I have a rummage.
And lo and behold, I show behind the chair there's 4 CDs.
Are they Enya?
What are they?
S Club,
Oh,
Meatloaf,
oof.
Okay.
Enya.
greatest like now 30,
Okay.
and there's an unknown disc, and it's one of them hand burnt discs in the case, and it just says my top 10.
What's on
Is
your
this your-
top 10?
Is this your car, Alex?
No, this is the one that
I'll put in the top 10 disc.
yeah, and you read.
Good call.
And it starts playing Baba Yetu.
I
Yeah.
take it out immediately. I just put the window down. I just throw all 4 discs out the window.
What'd you do that
There's no
for?
music. It's all garbage.
Garbage are good. I like them.
Any music would be better. Would be good. Those choices.
Alex, how long's the drive? Do I have time for a nap?
Be there in a few minutes. Not exactly any.
How high is the tunnel above us? If I look out the window.
You look outside, it's about 7 feet tall. This tunnel. You can tell you're going down. You are going downhill. And there's a
Is it
few
really
turns,
steep
and
downhill,
you
something like that?
kind of
Or just-
bends and wends, and you kind of lose idea of which way you're heading, but you know this is constantly heading down.
Getting bathtubs to the bonnet and waves at Alex, and then bathtubs back in the seat again.
Children?
We've been sat in a church for the past 20 minutes waiting for you. It's just been a bit boring.
I gave you the time. I said
Yeah,
you there on
yeah.
time. I didn't mean 20 minutes.
Why'd you get confession in? Are we there yet?
Where exactly are we going?
How do you know which way to go?
Can we ask any more questions?
I
Well,
kill them, yeah.
As to how I know which way.
What happens if you meet a car coming the other way?
No cars get.
You have to schedule the cars? Is there
You
only
have a
one car?
rota?
We only have a few. It's not very easy to get a car under.
What's the fastest you've ever driven along this tunnel? What's the record?
No,
Do you ever get the feeling that your life is really just to serve as a warning to others?
No, don't. I get the feeling that my life is those who.
Burn.
Is that why you have to drive a car on a straight track that only goes one way?
It goes both the other way.
Only if you reverses all the way back there.
Does it have speed bumps?
Look, I don't mind. If you want to get out and walk, I'll see you again.
A bathtub onto the roof. Just crouch
Surf.
down. Surf it, yeah, surf it.
Andy, your mic keeps cutting out on stream.
Sorry guys. I don't know why it is. Yeah. And it's about 5-10 minutes. You're sat in this car and you're just general chit-chatting. Alex won't tell you anything in particular about the drive. And yeah, all of a sudden, this tunnel, and you're in one hell of a completely underground. There's no light or anything. You're at the roof. Alex turns, start heading down like a ramp going down into the crater, and as you look out the window, you can see there are lights all the way down this, and somewhat illuminate all houses.
Nice place you've got here.
What is that, a quarry or something?
No. It was built by... them.
Templars.
Them.
Who's them?
Kinetics.
No, not Connect. The Mutants. The G Mutant.
What?
The first ones.
Well, maybe they were.
The G mutants.
If they were G, if they were the first one, then wouldn't there be an A
Yeah, why G?
or 1? What does G stand for?
Good.
Great.
God.
God.
The God mutants.
Yeah,
God.
they don't like the name. They don't see themselves as that.
So you're saying the gods built this, and the gods and mutants. What gods? Which gods?
No,
The
I think
god?
there was a group of mutants which were referred to as the God Mutants, mostly by, I presume, non-mutants who thought they were gods based on their powers.
Yes, but which god? Are we talking
Yes.
the god or like cultural?
Well, there's more
different
than
gods.
one.
How old is this place?
Thousands of years old.
So, do you have all this like stuff written down that we can go and look at and find out about these G mutants? Because it's not exactly knowledge, and it's interesting to see that.
Well, I am taking you to see one of them.
Is this the one that saved us on the motorway by chance?
Yes, I'd probably suggest maybe you don't annoy him like you have with me. Can you come inside the car?
Dressed appropriate to meet a god. Like,
I was listening through the window as my head was hanging down listening. Yeah, all right. We're getting there. We save it for you, Alex. Don't worry, pal. Don't worry. It's just for you.
it's keeping things
And-
fresh for you. It's fine.
So you're driving down this ramp, basically just going round and round, going down and down. And as
I've
you're
got about
going,
1,000 questions right now.
yeah, no, don't worry this time. And as you're going down this ramp, you're passing like houses that are built into the walls, and there are people. And it takes you a minute, but you start passing some of them that look strange. First, you see one that's like all red skin. You see one with a tail, one with the eyes. You know, as you're going past, you start to get a feeling that a lot of mutants
these are ones that have been rescued.
Yes. Safe haven.
Does it have a name?
Safe haven.
Original.
Well, it's a good name.
Took a lot of
It
thought.
does
How-
exactly what it says on the tin.
There's a
How
few
long has
names.
this been going?
Oh. 1,000 years. Most of the mutants that are down here never see the light of day. Not
It's
yet,
like
anyway.
whole generation.
There's a colony down. Protection. Allowed to live a life of.
That's very impressive.
I only wish we didn't have. Well, you live this way. Some of these are generations that have never been on the sun.
We them.
And just living in peace then. They never get in any trouble.
Stay down here, away from eyes. They can live their life peacefully.
Amazing. And are there other places like this around the world, or is this the only one?
I believe there is 2. I don't know the location of the other. Just to know.
Wow. So that vicar that reverend up top, then he's a gatekeeper, is he?
One of the few entrants around England.
Wait a minute. One of the few around England. How big is this place?
Well, the crater itself is about 100 miles wide at the very top. Bottleneck itself down. But
Bloody
some
hell.
of the entrances reach Scotland.
Wow.
Definitely not in England, then, is it?
The old England. This is a few thousand years old, this crater.
Natural crater, is it? Or
God, no. Like I said, it was built by the G mutant.
Or why did they create a big crater?
Way.
they just wanted a big space underground, right?
Yes.
Fair enough.
But from here, in a tunnel like this, you're saying I could get all the way from London up to Edinburgh or thereabouts?
There are tunnels that do lead up to Scotland, yes. Could take one of them with one of the. We don't have lots of it down here. Feel neat, apart from bringing in new mutants, taking out those who would no longer.
Bloody hell. And you've
Wow.
kept. That's very impressive.
You did call it an underground railroad for mutants, didn't you, Gem?
Yeah.
Funny, we
Is it
actually
only-
did have a train at one point.
What happened to it?
The smoke probably not the best for everybody.
Is it a
Fortunately, we had
select
to
few that live here then? How many live here?
Well, don't know the exact number, but there's about 1,000 down here.
That's a small town.
Yes. There's plenty of room. Never know when we may get an imp. There was more originally. Most of them died out and didn't leave heirs, or their heirs weren't mutant. Decided to the rest of the world again.
Is there a list of people who come here?
There were our records. Yes.
Okay.
What qualifies them to live here? Because I'm.
Anyone who. I'm sure if you wish themselves find a place for you.
Right, yeah, come to that.
There are rules, though, down.
Too bad.
Kind
Oh,
of.
well.
You don't connect with people down here. Don't value technology, modern day luxury. We are free to use, help each other with powers where they can, and they live in harmony.
But they can't leave.
Anybody down here is free. No one is kept of their own accord. But
But if they leave, they can't come back.
their minds are erased. No one who leaves permanently, unless themselves employed, are allowed to retain the knowledge of them.
I'm glad you said that, because that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I was thinking, shit!
You've already had your setting of Avocat. If you were to be captured by Kinetic, the place would be erased from your memory. Won't take it from you unless you decide you no longer wish to help us. This place has been undisturbed thousands of years. Must stay that way. Till one day we can live together.
How many humans live down here?
20, all of which are handled like myself. We are honored to do so. We are those who were born down here, never gained any.
Yeah.
So who is it we're going to speak to exactly?
And where are they? How far have we got? Is it down in there? And he points down round and round and round and right at the bottom of the circle.
The
The spiral.
mutant that I'm taking will only be a few minutes. He is the charge. The one
What's his
who
name?
oversees. No.
So is it obvious where we're going then? Does it reach a point with a single building
Yeah,
like
so as you go down, it gets narrower and narrower. It's basically a cone. As you go down, it's getting tighter and tighter.
Yeah, and Gam says, "I'll see you down there then," and he just like went bathtubs down each of the terraces to get to the bottom.
Yep.
Finally, some peace.
And Gem, you do this and get to the bottom of this area, and it doesn't fully get to a single point. It kind of stops when it's about half a kilometer.
Can I see where the road's coming down into this space?
Yep.
I just jump over to there and wait for the car. I just look around
You basically
from this view.
get to the bottom, and at the bottom there's like a wall with a single door, but it's quite a grand door. And there's a couple of vehicles down there. This Mutants down here is almost like a town centre at the very bottom.
Yeah, Gem's just I'm taking it all in. I'm just looking around. I'm absolutely gobsmacked and awed, and I'm just.
If it wasn't for the light, I would say that you're in any town centre. There are trees, there's little art with benches, there's street lamps, but only when you look up do you realise that this isn't just want to take it. And as you do look up, you see on the ceiling there are. You realize on the way in, there's like stars up there. It's almost as if there's a night sky.
So all the lights and stuff, they are like electric and stuff. They've got electricity.
Yeah, Doc, you feel this electricity. And you feel it running around with you, but the weirdest sensation that you had. This electricity in the city, in the streets where you own, electricity is always a constant flow for you, like, you know, a rapid river. Down here, feels like a heartbeat. Feel the electricity pulsing around you. And there are certain areas around this cone as it spirals down. You can almost feel like there's an increase in pulse in those areas. Almost as like there's a few, like you imagine there are like power stations scattered around the area.
I'm gonna keep an eye out, like, for the next pulse. I'll try and see if I can see anything that's.
And it comes up fairly quickly. And you drive. You know, he's driving fairly quickly, like 20-30 miles per hour. And he goes past this house where you feel this pulse. And as you look in through the windows, you can almost see somebody. There's a lot of light emanating from the windows when you look in. And as you drive past, you just make out a silhouette of someone. Not a cat street.
He's having a fight with the cat.
I'm gonna just make note of where it is, because I mean, I'm already planning, like, afterwards to go and have a look around. So I would go and basically go and have a nosy later, or ask Alex. I want to meet the guy in charge first, so I'll just keep note of where it is.
Yep. And it's about another 3 or 4 minutes before you guys reach the bottom. If there's anything else you'd like to do whilst you're on the way down.
I think I'm much to Maestro's pleasure. It's like silent.
Oh,
original.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is something that none of you fight. No, and this massive deep you guys are traveling. And the car pulls up bottom. And as you pull up, you see Gem is stood on the road with his jaw wide open. And Alex parks up alongside a few. Says, "Right, if you'll wait here a moment, I'll be back out to collect you." And he heads
Stretch your
towards
legs.
this main door at the very bottom.
I'm gonna get out of the car.
I like this place already. We can just do what we do, and we don't need to look over our shoulders. That alone, absolutely amazing. But look at look at it. Look at the stars up there, and I point upwards.
Yeah, we can just do what we do. What would you do?
And
Huh.
Yeah,
There's
so
nothing here, man.
as you stood, kid runs past. They run past you and they're laughing. And you turn over and there's somebody changing a light bulb on a building that's 5 stories above where they're stretching. You look around and Mutant using their powers without consequence. There's one cleaning up the area by just holding his hand out and just vacuuming up the leaves.
See, when it isn't quite as exciting to use our powers, then we can live a normal life, right?
No banks to rob here, mate.
Yeah, but, well, everybody here looks like they're fairly content and don't need help.
Was that your problem? You weren't content.
With what's up there? Well, I wasn't going to give myself up to kinetics, and I had to make a difference somehow, so I did what I could. But knowing this place is here changes everything.
And not too. The Alex is back to you. Right. All ready. We'll head in now.
Sure.
Sure.
I should warn you, in this city, as powers are open, as long as they're not against us. But inside the town hall, they are forbidden.
I feel like my powers wouldn't be much allowed here anyway.
On the contrary, there are more like you. I don't think to your capacity. A few.
Interesting.
Of course, do insist on the mission first basis. And what?
Maybe we'll go to that with you and you won't have to wear the bracelet around me.
Maybe you don't need to try now.
I tried once.
You ask?
I asked you to not lie to me, and then you did. You withheld information.
Lie.
Anyway.
You'd like
We're
to
about to
all
get
follow
out.
me? Our leader is expecting. He leads you doors. And walk corridor. Quite a large corridor with several statues. One of the statues you recognize as the stranger that saved you on the motorway. This hooded figure with great wings
wing.
behind him. You all want to roll history check. I'll let you know if any of you spot any of the others.
Do I?
This.
Is it even history?
No.
Not history.
Oh, unless it's an expertise thing. Would history be an expertise?
History probably would be an expertise.
Intellect.
I think it's straightforward. Insight or intellect, depending whichever one's higher for you.
Wow.
Somebody missed.
It's me. Yeah, sorry, because I've actually got an ability called Jack of all trades. I was just seeing whether I could use that. But if insight will do, well, I'll just use insight.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Doc. Good roll. You do recognize one of these statues.
Okay.
You recognize one of these statues as a Greek god known as Zeus.
Okay.
Gun. You recognize the statue. I don't remember.
Okay.
You're adamant.
In some kind of textbook. Or
Yeah.
something like that, is that the...
Seen that picture before, but it's almost like they're definitely really weird one. You're looking at them like, no, you know 100% you've seen.
He's not nailed to a cross or anything, is he?
No, no, he's not nailed to a crossroad.
It's not Gem, is it? It's not a pangolin, is it? That'd be a twist.
Second. Want to roll your intellect?
Oh
I'll
dear.
tell you if you can remember where you.
Okay. Just tell me no. A 10.
You can't remember. You'll
Yeah.
remember that they definitely came up in Kinetics history lessons.
Oh.
That you think. Don't remember the name or anything. They never remember them. You've seen this picture before, but they never mentioned the name. It's always just like an image when they said, like, when we first detected mutants and they showed a picture. Remember
Right.
that picture, and it looks like that mutant, but they never told you the name or anything.
Okay, right. So
But you would
big
say
league
that-
at some
yeah.
point.
You know that this mutant is known to Kinetics in history anyway. Seen that it.
Yeah.
Training stuff. And the rest of you just, really nice statues. And you walk down this hall, you're following out. And there's several doors in this hall areas, and there's a few people around walking in. And he takes you to the very end and stops a set of double doors. Right, just through here. I wish you all the best of luck, and I'll be waiting at the car for you.
Wait a minute. Why do we need luck?
Like I said, try not to piss him off.
Why aren't you coming in? Why...
Gem walks in.
We're not allowed, Doc.
You pissed him off, didn't you?
No. Mutants
Why
only.
Oh,
Yeah. Exclusivity.
Gem looks back as he hears Alex say that to see if Gun's following him.
Gun stays where he is.
And kind of just
And
eyebrows furrow and keeps on walking.
yeah. And Alex looks at you, Gun, and says, "Did specifically
I'll follow everybody in.
and you're in a corridor. Quite a nice corridor. There's no windows on the walls or anything, but if apart from that, you can have a clue that you're miles under. And at the end of the corridor, there is another set. The corridor that you're in is only about 50 long. It's almost like a little waiting area. And you're at another door. And above the door are inscribed a word above this door. And it says Tempus Cultatum.
Oh, Cultum.
Ah.
What did this mean again?
Does it have an icon perchance with it?
Not on the writing. Do notice the door handles themselves make this symbol that was very crudely drawn on Thomas Booth's notes.
What
That's
did it
interesting.
mean again?
Hidden in time or something of the like. Right, best behaviour, everybody. Try not to piss off a god.
Well, you think Booth came here?
Already heard about it from somebody who was from here.
I don't think he would have heard about it.
Oh, he wanted to come here, which is why I was making himself into a mutant.
Yeah, he might have been trying to bring people here for safety.
I would have thought that to know of this place and to know of that name and symbol, somebody would have had to be from here. And the only people who can leave this place without their memories being wiped are people in the
Work
employ, or presumably the G-Mutants themselves.
Doors in front of us, right?
Hmm.
So just push it open. And I'll push it open.
And in front of you is a sized hall. And there is a table in front of you. 5 or 6 chairs. Could easily sit like 10 or 20 people, but there's only 5 chairs there for you. And beyond that, there is almost like a half of a round table, semicircle table without the middle center. And
Yeah.
around that is 10 chairs. And there is, sat in one of those chairs, hooded figure.
Kim's immediate reaction is to bathtub into one of those chairs, but then he remembers that he was told not to, and he doesn't. He just kind of holds himself back.
And as any of you kind of twig this, any of you who paid attention as you were walking through the main area, where there were 10 statues.
Did any of them have a hood?
Yeah, the one that had the hood was the one that you
Yeah, we
recognised
recognised
from
this.
the
Yes,
motorway.
we saw him. It was the first one we spotted,
Says
wasn't
Angel, but Angel Man.
he? Yeah.
But you're looking at him, don't see any wings. Just see a gentleman sat on a chair with a hood over him.
If it's the first thing he says to us is "Be not afraid,"
Sure.
Yeah.
and he's like, "Damn, you stole my line." Go and sit down on a chair, I guess.
Like being in court. You'd know
I'm
about
not
that,
sitting
wouldn't
on
you,
them
Gim?
chairs. They might be wanted for gods. I'll stand at the side. Stand.
I've been caught.
Hello?
And all walk in, take a seat. And the lights in the hall brighten. Welcome.
Hello?
Yeah.
Welcome. Please. Eat.
I will.
I'm already sitting down.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Walk over and continue to walk. Sit down.
I am sorry. You have not had a proper introduction self. These are interesting. I'm sure you have many a question. I will answer a few, but time is of the essence for you.
Who's running kinetics and how do we take them down?
I believe gentleman running connect the Walter Hugh. You must not kill him. You must leave him alone till day. Kinetics will fall in correct time.
Why is time of the essence for us?
Time is always of. You will see shortly. We don't have long here.
What sense is here in this hall, or here as in mutants here?
All.
Okay.
You will be required elsewhere soon enough.
Well, that's what we were hoping. Something else to do.
You wished to see me.
Why now? Why wait this long to do something about this organization?
We fear wrong mutant. There was a time when all mutants welcomed it. As the organization known as Kinetics to You grew, would no longer trust them at power. So we had to make sure. There once were 3 sanctuaries. One fell because of kinetics.
Oh, I thought there was measures in place.
There are. Most of those measures are new.
Oh.
We used to open our doors to any mutant that required sanctuary. Now, we have to choose. There are those who work for kinetics and
So how do you know for sure?
true mutants show themselves to us, like yourselves.
What, in a coffee shop?
Yes. The way you act, the way you are, and a few brief meetings with some of our other mutants. Sure that you are worthy.
Do you know what this serum is? This liquid in this thing?
I'll take up the syringe.
And he gets up and he flies across the room. Hovers, lands, table weight, and he picks up the serum. Looks at it. The light doesn't catch his. You're looking at him and you see this darkness, this hood. He places it back down in front, turns round and walks back. As he does, I do not recognize.
Are kinetics making mutants, or are they just turning? Are they just turning the youngsters against their own kind?
Currently, they do not know how. They are close.
Well, that's what Booth was working on, right? Did he know about this place? Did he know about you?
Booth contacted, tried to find us. He was not a mutant. Would never allow him into our sanctum. We were still not sure. Was working with, against.
Can you find him for us? We need to speak to him. We need to ask him something.
But you told us he was dead.
We've heard other information now. Rumors of Dr. Booth's death may have been greatly exaggerated.
How so?
Someone close to him, in a long line, hasn't heard of his death when they should have. So it's fair to assume that he might not actually be dead. Somebody might have saved him.
He seems to have given himself powers and also attempted to give his daughter powers, causing his daughter to split into 20. These 20, some have already passed, but one will stay with him as a housekeeper, but also to keep an eye on him. One that was with us perished. The next in that succession, we think, has removed the body and may or may not have that body. And that's why we think the body may not be dead, since the rest of the daughters have not been contacted through this chain to inform of the loss of Mr. Booth, Dr. Booth.
How is he a mutant?
That stuff. And he points
I'll
again.
just
He-
tap the syringe.
He was experimenting.
But I guess it's a pretty exclusive club you're running here, right?
Only mutants are allowed in this. Those who are born from mutants. One here are allowed. If what you say is true, kinetics do anything to get hold of this. This is what they want.
We
Well,
don't know
lucky
it's
for you,
natural.
Maestro and Dr. Galvanic here took it from right under their noses.
May we have it?
That's why we brought it.
No
this
use
was
to
also
us.
I'll put the USB next to it.
It's a rhetorical question anyway, right?
We respect fellow mutants, not steal from fellow mutants. Our rule.
Gem reaches forward and takes the USB and says, This is why we need to find them. Probably on here is what makes that,
There
but
are
we're not
no
sure. I know that, but what we're looking for is the password that allows us to access this particular file.
Then
And
I
if it is what
suggest if there's a lot.
have you got anybody down here that could help with that?
Most of them nowhere near. No. That is why we contact you. Are all far more powerful. Standard. Most mutants our level. At most captured by Connect. Most of the mutants down here probably say are parlor tricks.
So why are we different?
You are more of a pure blood thought.
Hmm.
I feel like we've skipped an important cursory question. I presume you know who each and every one of us are. Well, we don't know who you are.
He's our granddad.
I am the oldest and youngest.
By
so?
I
what
am
you go by.
what you would say God. Please don't call us that. We do not think of ourselves as God.
What's your
Up.
name?
My name. I have many. Over the times,
Your most recent one, perhaps, so that we know who we're talking to.
I've not had a recent bestowed. The most recent, would say, is Father Time.
That's not bad.
Is that the name you would like us to refer you as? Or
No. That would imply that I'm
Perhaps you need a more simple name.
TikTok.
Maybe not that.
There's marketing issues with that.
You may call me Infinity.
We give you a different name, please.
No,
Can we just call you
That-
Gabriel?
will work, I think.
What about Andy?
And that's it, guy. That's it.
Infinity.
Is it Infinity? That's an
How
unusual
do you
name.
spell that? Is there an A at the end, or
Spelled the way you would assume.
In.
Well,
No, Infinity.
Infinity. Ah, well, why not? Huh.
this would explain why you seem to be able to stop time, I suppose.
That is
Yeah.
only but 1 hours.
how are you the oldest and the youngest mutant in
I'm
this village?
whimy, wibbly wobbly.
Because he's infinite.
He exists in multiple places at one time, I suspect. Is that right? Are you here and there and everywhere?
Currently, I believe I am in the hands of Kinetic.
Huh?
I was and am. Time is such a strange friend.
I think a fitting name for you instead of Infinity might be Arthur.
Dr. fucking Manhattan, more like, right?
Well, if you're in the hands of Kinetics, then you're here. Where else are you?
Where did you get the name Arthur?
From somebody we were told was a boy with a similar appearance to yours and similar powers to yours from his supposed father. And from the doctor, Dr. Booth.
Ah, yes, of course. How interesting. What else do you?
Of you, or in general.
I was told by Alex you were onto my future. Past self? I can't allow it. There would be consequences. Certain things must not change. I only ask you don't find me.
If you're in the hands of Kinetics, then don't we need to come and get you out of the hands of Kinetics? Are you in any peril at the moment?
Well, you know of a child in the hands of Kinetic, so if there's an adult here, does that not mean it all worked out? Or is this a different version?
They all worked out. It was painful. Horrible. But
Did
it
you ever
must
meet-
happen.
Did you ever meet a small child called Ben?
Is this Ben?
He seems to have a vendetta against a child.
He.
Some of the children that Kinetics are working with are more easily persuaded. In fact, may have been born into such a time. It would be useful if we were able to infiltrate their existing operations and perhaps stem their supply of future soldiers, future miscreants that are causing us trouble. Yeah, that could be one thing that down the line would stop them. And if you're there and here and everywhere, then
I could not be there. Is the curse. That is the rule.
I presume if you meet yourself, it would be like Manta and Antimatter meeting, and there'd be an annihilation.
That would be a watered down version of what would happen, yes. I am a prisoner.
Where are the other gods?
They don't like to be called that.
In the other tower.
The other
The
9
G
guys with the
mutants.
statues that are not gods but have got statues made of them.
Were force at one point. No more. We hid ourselves away.
from each
Both-
other.
Yes.
So what are the names of the other gods? Not gods.
We have many names. But we are scattered around the world. Some protecting sanctum, some protecting the item, some gone. We
Dead.
are what you would call mutants. So much power, not done.
Kinetics are scared. They don't see a future that allows mutants to live in harmony with humans.
Hearing. They are a corporate. Victim. Power. They see us. Will find. We cannot stop them.
Us being the 10.
But I can stop them. Not yet. The others not to.
Why?
Made a pact. We are not to here. World not playground us. There was one. Pride. Men's power.
Removes him? How can you remove him? I thought you were immortal.
There are ways. There is one of us who has an ability.
Who was the one you removed?
One that never. One who controlled all. Slave. Believing that they were something should be controlled. Something not more. I believe for him. Ra?
From a long time ago.
Yes. We have been in hiding.
How did you come to be if you are immortal?
We are born like you. I was born in your time. Is rare. Happen.
So if you're only born a few years ago in our timeline, I thought the G mutants were like the original mutants.
Yes.
This fella doesn't experience time the way we do.
I'm going to guess at some point you grow up and then move yourself back to the start of reality and join the others.
Or he's one of these things that experiences all moments at the same time. Not linear like we do.
Something.
Oh, it must be pretty handy if you're looking for a parking space in Kensington.
The greatest sacrifice. Being powerful. Knowing when be.
You can't
Would-
make the perfect reality by interfering with every single step. You have to let nature take its course at times, I suppose.
We don't. Unless loot. The past,
Well.
when we have destruction and death, only follows.
Aberrations in the timeline, like kinetics, seek to undo all that you have done, and therefore a time will come then when you move. Because it will be inevitable, and are we to hasten that? That sounds like we could be a part of it, right? That's why we're here. That's what our
Certain-
purpose is.
Certain things must not happen. Everything else. Fate. You must never try to find me amongst genetics. Everything else. Game.
You mentioned that
Really?
we weren't supposed to kill.
Walter Hugh.
No. He must not die yet. There is a
Unless
time and a
that's
place.
his fate.
It is not his fate. Several years.
If he was to die now, especially with everything that's happened, it would just look like a mutant assassination of a highly influential businessman who is known to be disliked by mutants. It wouldn't help any cause. It would, if anything, just damn us further in the eyes of humans.
That and rip the fabric of space and
Oh well, that's a bigger
Oh,
one.
Very true.
But us becoming here might have been fate, and then us deciding to go against you and kill him could have been his fate. Fate is not
coming
something that is
here,
decided.
coming here. Not fate. Plan.
This fella here, he already knows what's gonna happen. He's living it right now.
No way.
I
Do you ever
suppose-
meet Dr. Booth?
That say. Know the timeline. To fixate the
What happened to your parents?
don't know. Therefore, anything.
I suppose the biggest question to ask now then is, what do we do next?
Wait.
We wait?
How long?
Only a minute or more.
What's about to happen? Should we be ready to fight or ready to run or
There is no reason. But sometime before you find it. Of course, you should stay. It could be arranged. But one of you, I remember. So one of you stay. One of you fight the fight. One of you see. I must go now. There are things that are done. I know I will not have answered all the. I know there is probably. You are agents of your own nature. I cannot control you, and I must. May help us, if I do nothing, good work. Sorry. Won't see me again for a while. Next time you make a mess, we'll be on your own. But I have one thing to say to you, Doc.
Yes.
He says hello.
Who?
You wish to find out. Just a he'll find you.
Okay.
Though he's been protective of his own.
What?
Well, it's lovely there this time of year.
That sounds like a good time for a holiday.
I will leave you now.
Oh, thank you for your time.
I'd answer the door if I were you.
No, he thinks about zipping over to the door, and then he stops himself again.
And as you
Yeah.
Yeah. It may not mean that door.
and as he says this, his wings open up. He lifts up into the gone. And Gem, as you head towards the door, just as you get to it, there is a knock.
I like this guy. And I open the door. Alex! Oh, he's not allowed in, is he? No, you again would know that. Again would know
It's
that.
not Alex. There's
Yeah.
another mutant with a paper. We were told you wanted to rescue him.
Oh shit.
They're moving him tonight.
Danny! Oh, sorry.
And I look at it, and it says Danny, and I'm just like, ah, nice one.
Have a
Scroll.
few hours to prepare, I would have thought, but better get moving. Our
Aye.
intel is only good for so long.
Thank you very much. And I take it over, I put it on the table and say, well, it looks like we might be able to get back at those bastards. Anybody interested in doing a little bit of kidnapping?
Who the fuck's Danny?
That, that
Kidnapping?
kid you mentioned.
Yeah, the kid.
The annoying one.
Yeah, no.
Why would we need to kidnap him? Are we not supposed to rescue him?
I was being funny.
Sorry.
On this piece of paper, as you look, 7 DPS core. And
Anybody up for a bit?
Excellent.
Anybody up for a bit of excitement?
Well, he obviously means a lot to you, so he's obviously a nice lad.
He helped me out, and without him, I might not be here today. We can't all benefit from being in multiple places at once.
If it's a chance to save someone, then you might as well try.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble, I reckon, for what he did to save me. And maybe we'll be able to get a couple of others.
You said that place was bad.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? If we stop the kids getting into their clutches and get them here, they've got a chance at a life, at least.
Yeah. Now that we know there's a place to have a life.
Yeah, I like that
Bring him
idea.
here.
Not bad.
Okay.
And
Let's go.
as you walk down the corridors, exit, Alex. Got the message.
Yeah,
Good. Get you back to the surface.
I'll meet you up there. And I point to the top where the circle thing is. And this time I just take my time to zip up and I walk about and
Do a bit of sightseeing.
yep.
Alex, take the car and you get in. Yes, Doc?
No, I was gonna say Doc would actually fly up as well. Just to be free.
Because you can
Candy?
use your power.
Yeah.
Alex is kind of, he sees you look up at the sky and is like, you at the top then?
Yes.
Very good. The rest of you in the car, come on.
Maestro gets in the passenger seat. He hasn't said anything for a while.
And the car begins its way back up spiral. Doc,
So
you
he's start,
up.
so he start heading up. Maestro's just gonna say, "Can you drop me off at the where they have the logs of people who've been brought here?"
Logs are kept down. All.
Okay, we'll just stop the car. I have something I need to do. I'm sure they can save a kid without me.
Okay. There's a red bell. You stand by it and
Thank you, Alex. I'll be in touch. I'll just get out of the car and start walking back on the ramp.
as Alex holds the car, he turns around to you and Gus. The only two left in the car. You staying or are you two leaving?
Staying? Oh,
Oh.
staying in the car, I meant.
Very
Yeah.
good. And
Gun lights a cigarette, leans back and says, "Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here."
car begins. Maestro, lets you out and shut down. Again, it's about 5-10 minutes drive. Greater. Dock, fly up, and night sky that you saw as you lights come down. There are just like little orbs of light. Can't help but notice one of the houses, and they wisp their hand, all the lights. Again, you're teleporting up houses.
Yeah, slowly and stopping on rooftops and looking around. Yeah, not in any hurry.
As you do, teleporting up, on one of the houses is stopped. All you see Doc rising up with all the stars around her. You look up, kid sat on your and he jumps in front of you, disappears.
I look around to see him appearing at a distant rooftop.
You look to the roof, hear this noise, and left this. See this kid reappear.
Yeah.
He looks at you, smiles, and then he starts jumping from rooftops.
Yeah, I try to catch him if I can.
Weeping Widow, as you're driving, you're in the car. See through one of the windows as you drive past, there is a woman there who waves at you. And for a moment, you're pretty certain you're waving at yourself. Laughing and smiling at you.
No, it's definitely not you.
In a blink of an eye, turns back into.
This place is appealing. You could stay here and be happy.
And
Intriguing.
Nice one.
Yeah, nice one. Thank you very much for that.
That was
Wow.
cool. That's amazing.
I'll be back. Not in 4 weeks. On 4th July.
Hey, that's my birthday weekend.
Oh, does that mean you're not here?
Yeah, I'm
Third of
to be
July.
attending some major party somewhere.
We'll be back then with the next. Hope you've all enjoyed.
Well,
Wow, that was
Yeah,
it's
really
nice
cool.
one.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Brilliant.
just got a little bit
Yeah.
higher.
Wow,
Thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure as always.
that was amazing.
Yeah.
Back on Friday with Blades in the Dark.
Saturday D&D.
And Saturday. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
A good one.